We live.
We're live.
Guys, welcome to the 4th episode of the Uncorked podcast, where we talk about the highs and lows of running a business, where we talk about building brands, and then where we talk about how we work together without killing each other. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about, what are we talking about?
Tell them what we're talking about. Monetizing your passion, which is a question we got very often in our lives. So we're like, let's talk about it.
And we talked about, in the previous episode, we talked about building brands. We've talked about goal setting. And we've also talked about benefits of working together. And I think they all join into this conversation about monetizing your passion, because we've done it multiple times for different brands. So I think we should start off. What does it mean to monetize your passion, and why is it important to consider?
Yeah, I think, well, obviously, not to be a textbook definition here, but clearly it's, an opportunity to do something you love, but also make it sustainable financially. So I think, that's different for everyone. I think that it can range, it can be selling a product, a service, it can be really anything. And in today's day and age, it truly can be anything. There's so many things that are
It's really
anything
happening. You're passionate about, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you enjoy doing something, how do you make money from it, right? And this is like you talked about, just products, services, getting involved in communities, selling courses, different stuff like that. So I think it's a fun thing, because we see a lot of friends that have hobbies, and for us, we're always like, have you ever thought about selling this? Or have you ever thought about doing this and offering this out to other people?
Because I feel like it's almost like rewiring your brain to realize, like, anything you do, you are adding time and value into it. So if you're doing that, then technically it's worth something. Yeah. It's just, it has to be, you're offering it to the right person.
Yeah, I think that you nailed that.
Yeah.
I was going to add something to it, but...
Didn't even script it.
Yeah, no, that was really good. With that being said, though, I'm curious to know, like, and I think I want to dive deep into, like, just the common misconceptions about monetizing your passion, and how can we overcome this? Yeah,
so my biggest one, and I'm going to say it loud for the people in the back of this empty studio, but in the back, your passion, your side hustle, whatever you want to call it, it does not need to surpass your current income for it to be deemed successful. Huge misconception. Everyone's like, well, I can't quit my job to do this, so it doesn't make sense to do. False. I enjoy making $100 extra to go buy 1-2 things. Who wouldn't? Like, you don't need to be surpassing your full-time, full-year salary or whatever it is, paycheck, to deem yourself successful. Yeah. And you say this.
And we talk about multiple incomes, right? Yeah. So it's like, hey, you don't need, and this is the biggest thing is, and people see like us and they're like, wait, why do you guys work day jobs? Like, why is it that...
people are very shocked. Yeah, like, just clearing that up, we both have day jobs.
And we're pretty open with, like, hey, this is what we do, this is how we do it. This is even sometimes the brand deals that come in. And people always ask, like, why do you still have day jobs? And again, like I said, just because something we're passionate about...
It's a personal choice. Like, again, everyone has different levels of comfort in their lifestyle.
Yeah, and we also like just work hard, so
it keeps us busy.
We do a lot of stuff, but again, monetizing your passion, I don't think it needs to surpass your income. It's something, again, if you enjoy doing it, if you can make a couple extra bucks, why not do that on the side?
If you make $1, you've monetized your passion. Yeah, I think that's the easiest way to wrap your head around it.
I think another myth is it's not feasible. I hear that all the time. They're like, how can you make money from this? But I promise you, anything you do, anything that you are passionate about that is a hobby, there's ways to make money on it, whether it's ebooks, whether it's online courses, whether it's consulting, whether it's actually selling a product or providing a service. There's always some sort of way to make money. I get this all the time too, is people ask me, how do I do that? Yeah. And I think just leveraging social media. I think leveraging social media is a great thing. And I know we're going to talk about that a little bit more, but there was one more that I wanted to mention. It's just like, hobbies aren't profitable.
Yeah, that one comes up a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's because, and we kind of mentioned the whole like rewiring your brain. So I think it's that you like have to think about your hobby differently. Like, a lot of people probably think about their hobby or their passion as like they need to physically spend time or money on it. So it's like, how could I make money off that? But it's like, if you are putting something into whatever that is to offer more value or teach someone how to do the same thing, then you're now putting it into a position where it's like more profitable than when it started, or better than when it started. And I think a lot of people might get overwhelmed because like they might not have the business background, or they might not have the knowledge on like how to physically make money off this. But I think that's where it's like, network, use resources. Like there are so many resources available. ChatGPT, perfect example. I'm sure everyone has seen all the TikToks where it's like, ChatGPT, teach me 10 ways to monetize this. Write me my first ebook. Do that, whatever it is. Write email templates, write resume templates. Like there's 1,000 things you could do. Not that anyone's passion is writing resumes, but the point is there's a lot of resources out there.
So with that being said, I think in a previous episode, we talked about building a personal brand. I want to talk about how we can leverage social media and other platforms to take your hobby and your passion and monetize it.
Yeah. So I think the concept is like, you are creating a community, or you are creating, like if you want to compare it to a store, you're creating that virtual store by building a social media audience and a platform. All the people that walk through that social media store have the potential to be a client for you. And I think you don't necessarily need to hit them with the hard sell right out of the gate. Look at a lot of successful people. They start with building their audience. They start with building that genuine connection. And then the second they drop something that needs to be paid for, their loyal audience is like immediately ready to purchase. And it's because you've built that connection with them, and you've vouched for whatever it is you're doing. So they're here to support you.
So I'm going to give you a crazy example. So you're probably listening and you're like, okay, how do I turn this passion into and monetize it? So I'm going to give you something random. Let's talk about comic books. Someone is passionate about comic books. They love it. How do you make that a passion? How do you make that a passion that you turn into monetization? And there's so many things. Number one, start your own comic line. Write your own comics. Number two, build out figurines. Like you can buy and sell figurines. We've seen Gary Vee do those flips all the time. Yeah. You can start a club that you do, this comic book club where you talk about something specific and have a membership to it. Again, so many different ways to do it, but leveraging your social media, leveraging a personal brand to find those people and network is like one of the biggest steps to it. I also think collaborating with brands. So again, let's go back to the comic books. Like, hey, if you really love comics, like try to collaborate with like Marvel or DC. Try to get into those rooms that they're talking about those same things.
Meet an illustrator.
Exactly.
Get like partner in something. There's so many ways.
There's even things about like you can offer, and not comics now, but other services like offering consulting, or just being that person to basically like offer that service or that consulting. Either or works.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the industry expert in this. I can help you. And we've done that. We do a lot of consulting, but we also offer the services. So it's a mix of both. And I think lastly, I've seen this even during COVID, just the idea of monetizing your passions. We've seen, I saw this stat and I want to pull this up so I don't miss it. But Salesforce put out an article and they said that the Census Bureau said that more than 4.4 million businesses started in the year 2020. And that was the first year of COVID. And people just realized, hey, maybe I don't have to go to work every day. Maybe I can start this business and I have a little bit more time to do that.
Maybe it just took that one viral TikTok reel that resulted in, 1,000 sales of your small business. Like we know so many people that's their reality over COVID. And now they're running a small business.
And now we know so many people too that do affiliate marketing. So you're probably wondering, what the hell is affiliate marketing? And essentially what it is you promoting another brand's products and getting a kickback on it. And we've done Amazon affiliate, huge, and we've seen a bunch of friends do it where they promote stuff and they're like, link in bio if you want to buy this. You could actually make money by just promoting other people's products. So if your passion is HomeSense, unfortunately HomeSense doesn't have an affiliate program. HomeSense. But if the day that HomeSense does, they're going to crush the affiliate game. Why? Because people love HomeSense and people are going to buy stuff and then they're going to want to share it and send those links. So I think it's going to be a crazy play. HomeSense, it's probably a 2024 marketing play here.
Well, you heard it here first. But no, it's true. Like we have so many friends that, their job is literally to shop and try products and test it for other people, link it, and that's it. Mm-hmm. They make money off it. So, if you told yourself 5 years ago you'd be shopping, buying things and making money off it, you probably wouldn't believe yourself. But it just goes to show you, like, really anything can turn into a stream of income.
Yeah, and with that being said, my favorite part, recapping the episode. I think if you had to highlight one or two things, that key takeaways you want people to action as soon as they finish this episode, what would that be?
The big one for me, I emphasized it throughout, like, you do not need your side passion or your side hustle to surpass whatever you're currently doing in your life to support yourself. It's called a side hustle for a reason. So I would say just pursue it. Like, you don't need to be an overnight success. Just try it out, see where it lands.
Yeah, just to add to that, like, success doesn't happen overnight. It takes hard work. It takes time. It takes dedication. So all those things, you need to understand that there's a process, there's a journey to that. Instead of me giving a recap, I want to actually give one advice, because I think this is so valuable to so many people. Like, if people are, I think when you're trying to monetize a passion, the first thing is like, how do I get clients? How do I get customers? And we talk about leveraging social media for this. And a huge part, I think, and this, I challenge anyone that is starting a business, has started a business, and hasn't seen the success they're looking for, start contacting people in that who you want to offer that service to every single day, and do a list. So for example, Mr. Social Eats, we do a lot of restaurant marketing. We're contacting about like 300 restaurants a month. That's almost 10 outreaches a day. And we're constantly being top of mind in there. We're sending them offerings. We're like, hey, we can feature you. We can do this. We can build content. So if you are any type of business, let's just say you're a t-shirt printing business, start messaging influencers and be like, I'd love to print your logo on a shirt and send it to you. Send this out to people that are in bachelorette parties. Like, there's so many people you can do. So build a list of ideal target markets and just start leveraging social media to contact them and just be top of mind. Just be like, hey, even wedding, like in the wedding industry, congratulations. I know you just got married. Wishing you all the best.
He's confused on the steps.
Getting engaged. I wish you all the best. Like, hey, whenever you need shirts, think of me. And send that out to every person that just got engaged. Go to the engagement hashtag and message all those people. So I think the outreach, Mario, one of our friends talks about, he's like a duck in water. And he looks super peaceful. He looks super calm to the public, and anyone watching this duck, he's super calm. But underwater, he's going 100 miles in a minute.
Messaging people.
He's messaging people. He's doing a bunch of stuff behind the scenes that people just don't see. So leveraging social media, there's so much you can do with it. It's so powerful. And just to give you a realization, if I told you today that you could talk to the world most famous rapper alive, Drake, right? If you could send him a message today and ask him to collaborate, how much money would you pay for a platform that could do that? That you could reach out directly to Drake? How much money would someone pay for that? Right? But think about it. That's Instagram, that's TikTok, that's Facebook. You can send messages now to anyone in the world. Maybe they might not read it, but there's a chance they will. So
and it happens. Like, you'll pop up on people's feeds. They'll see you. Like, you never know who's watching your content.
Yeah. So just to recap this, I think leveraging social media, using it to its potential, is going to take you miles ahead of everyone in your industry. So try that out. Let us know. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching this episode of Uncorked. If you guys liked it, if you guys related to it, share it with someone, subscribe, tell us what you want to talk about, what you want us to talk about next, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Cheers.